Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Mystic Racing League and its Octane Outlaws Cup Series goes racing on the ROVAL, the newly configured ROVAL for iRacing. As tonight, it's the cutoff race, a chance to see who makes the round of 8. And you'll see it all live here from the ROVAL on the Precision Production Network. Good evening, everyone. I'm Justin Prince. Going to be joining me soon is Dawson Wise. Our producer this evening is DJ Lyon. These drivers will have a busy night ahead of them. 55 laps on the docket. All that's a part of the final stretch for the season. These drivers have about a month to go left on the campaign, with Kansas, Talladega, and Martinsville being the deciding factor on who goes to battle for a championship at Homestead Miami Speedway. First things first, though, the field is going to have to go through tonight. Here's a look at the leaderboard entering Charlotte. 3 drivers are for sure in. Christian Barnes, Evan Janik, Andrew Allen. They have been the kings all season. Barnes, of course, already with a win sticker. Janik and Allen already locked in on points. Isaac Wilson's up 39 points, is in a very comfortable spot tonight. But everybody else, not so much. John Ullman up 18, Gillen up 11. Brayshawn Wingfield only up by 5 from the cut line. Reggie Kime is in a tie with Adam Holston meanwhile. We also have Zach White that's looking to provide an upset. Depending on how tonight goes, same for Aaron Espy. Alex Pollock has already made it clear his wish is for chaos tonight. Again, your standings brought to you by Black Diamond Designs as we are preparing for a busy night. Here's the analysis for this evening. Laps 15 and 30 will be how things look tonight for the stages. 5 tire sets in total. Make it 6 in the pit lane tonight. 7 are including on the car. So you have to keep in mind 1 faster pair, but better yet, 50% fuel limit for tonight's race. So that means we will have a pit stop in the 3rd stage for sure. However, there's a chance of chaos, to say the very least, here for these competitors. They have less than a minute to work with here on the clock. Now, joining me in the booth for now is going to be Jacob Quill. And Jacob, first things first, newly configured Roval for the iRacing service with a tight hairpin before getting back in the oval. Your thoughts on tonight?
Well, if it plays out like anything in real life, honestly, that hairpin's going to be a real big problem. But I wonder if they're going to generate enough separation before they even get to that hairpin on restarts. But it's definitely going to be a prime passing spot tonight.
Definitely so. We've seen plenty of contact there in the real life last year. Of course, now iRacing getting that a part of the NASCAR refresh with NASCAR 25 less than a month away. And yes, DLC is now included in that game. For the console connection, remember to the roots for Mystic. But the drivers have already just finished things up in the qualifying session. They're about to transition over into the session itself. And keep in mind, there's been one name synonymous with road course racing most of the season. It's been Evan Janik. The championship runs through to the 71 potentially, or at least tonight's race will. He is your pole sitter for tonight. Let's take a look at the full lineup here. He's set at 1:23.8, half a second quicker than the rest of the field. Isaac Brock next to him in the lineup. Then row number 2, Isaac Wilson. He's been solid on road courses. Allen's been also good on the road courses too. He's 1.1 seconds off the pole tonight. Jacob Cochran and Rayshon Wingfield will start in row number 3. Row number 4, Kevin Hinson. Christian Barnes start about mid-pack for tonight. Same for Aaron Espy and Adam Holston, your top 10, Jacob.
Moving into the 11th spot, we got Alex Polek in the 11 car, 3 seconds off the pace on a road course. And in 12th, Joshua Gillen in the 10 car. Starting in the 13th spot, it's John Ullman. And starting 14th at the moment is Casey Bristow. Jose Medina makes up the 8th row here on the inside, and it's going to be David Moyer in 16th. Is he race official?
No, he is not.
Okay, I was going to say, it sounds familiar. Sorry. And in 17th, it's Brad T. Nelson, and in the outside row, it's Michael Wade in the 3 car. Now in 19th, Reggie Kime right on that cut. 19th today in the starting lineup. Gonna shake things up a little bit, and it's Zach White in 20th. In the 21st spot, it's Stephen Gill on the inside row, and in the 82, Jared Knopsnyder in the 22 spot.
So John Tapano with the runner here tonight. We will extend the grid for a lap. We do have 2 EOL penalties. They go to Casey Bristow. It also goes to the 27 of Christian Barnes. So Barnes, who is amongst the drivers already locked in, will have some challenges if they want to perform well in the race tonight. As the field gets themselves paced around here before we start things off for this first stage, what are some of the keys to victory you feel for this race, Jacob, especially knowing what could be here at stake?
Well, it's a road course, so you gotta stay alive. That's one of the main things. You know, these cars, they're made for ovals, so you know we're not turning left today. We're doing both. We're turning right and turning left. But you know, literally that's what I think it is. You gotta have the pace. You gotta stay alive. You can't have a good race without having a race car that is not damaged. You know, and that's gonna all unfold into the heartburn turn going into turn 1. That is prime spot for chaos off of the restarts. And if you can survive that, maybe you'll be lucky enough to make to the hairpin, and that's where your problems really start.
So we know Evan Janik's always strong when it comes to his long run pace for the road courses. Who do you feel might have a chance to break through outside of just the 71?
Well, it's just going to come down to if Janik has a problem, because if he controls his race in a patient manner, I don't see anyone catching him, honestly, even in qualifying, because qualifying you can be a little close on times or have a bad lap here and there, but I think if Janik stays consistent, I don't think anybody will touch him. I'm going to be honest.
Weather conditions are on screen, by the way, for tonight. It's 74 degrees on the air temperature at the moment, according to the weather radar. That track temperature is at 100. It is in sim September the 12th, but the mid-afternoon start, like you would see in real life at least, just with the earlier start compared to in real life October. So the field will get an extra pace lap as said here. So the pressure absolutely on for the postseason. You would have to say here, Jacob, what is that pressure like, especially if you're in the seat at least, knowing the cutoff is here, and it could come down to simply, can you survive a road course?
Well, the pressure is, it's there. I mean, I can already tell you Reggie Kime is probably shaking his boots a little bit right now, because these road courses, they're unpredictable. You can be in the back and maybe play it a little bit safe, and but other than that, you're not gonna have an idea on what the future holds at tracks like this. So you're always gonna be pretty scared when you have to rely on a road course to get you in the next round.
And the interesting thing is, both Holston and Kime have had their struggles on some of the road courses this season, especially coming to mind Chicago, with some of the chaos that came to be a while back. Watkins Glen is an error story as well, but this field is only a lap away from getting underway here. Everybody is lined up. No one missed the starting grid. Yellow cards have already moved to the tail for tonight. And it's going to be really intriguing where some of the opportunities come up to be. You mentioned that new hairpin area for the sim, at least an opportunity to pass. Where else do you see some of these opportunities for passes tonight?
Definitely a little chicane down on the backstretch. That is a very, very, very prime spot right there. I mean, myself, I've pulled off a couple dive bombs going into that turn there. You could definitely get on the brakes way later than other people, and it's so tight that you'll cut them off going into that second curb, and you know that's all it's history.
And keep in mind, it's a harsh penalty if you cut any of those chicanes across the racetrack tonight, anywhere on the circuit. There was plenty of them seen yesterday in terms of the Xfinity car, but you end up getting a pass-through penalty, Jacob, if you cut the chicane.
Okay. Well,
any chicane.
It's expected.
Absolutely. All double ups will be exiting the backstretch chicane per race control. Of course, yesterday, September the 11th, putting the logos in memory on the car. Joshua going with the paint scheme tonight in honor to make sure people never forget about September the 11th, 2001. And we'll see the field now double up this time through. Just about all set to go. We're happy with this here in Precision Production Network. Tonight, we're ready to go to see who makes it to the next round here at the Charlotte ROVAL. Evan Janik will be in control for this field tonight. They'll make the run up towards the start line. Start line goes already. Green, green, green. We're underway from Charlotte. Oh no, and Evan Janik hits the wall. Several people have troubles. Several slides, including Wilson and Pollock. The rest of the field, through the infield they go. And Janik crashes it.
What I said. Gotta be consistent.
Janik slammed the wall, destroyed the rear end of the race car. Into the back of the field goes the 71. He made mistakes overpowering in the corner several times over. And disaster strikes RS Bunnybox's replay. Should be blacked out, but Design's replay, pardon me there. But regardless, Your contender expected to put on a show in terms of speed tonight, just had a bit of adversity strike.
Yeah, I don't know if iRacing changed how this car has driven at all, but for whatever reason, since the new update, a couple of the stock cars just feel wonky. They feel different, so it could have been what we've seen there. It's just you go in a little too hot and you're not expecting it to step out like that.
Adam Holston just had an issue with the backstretch bus stop. He lost several spots, and all of this has put Isaac Brock to the race lead. Brock not a driver for the playoff conversation. We'll see if he's able to tiptoe and hold on until lap 15, and then a caution flag would come out at that point. Hearing lots of people having issues. Gavin Henson just crashed. Adam Holston just crashed again. All sorts of different call-outs on the radio. Everybody having problems all over the racetrack. And it's pure chaos. Janik has had to pit. Let's take a look at what happened with the 39 again. No cautions unless there's a track blocker and at the end of the stages. Just wheel hopped it and around it goes.
That hop is so deadly in the next gen car.
Is there a way to counter it to prevent the wheel hop in that situation?
Not really. It just, I mean, you can stay off the curb entirely, but it ain't going to help you once you run it over already. So, no, not really. It's, oh my goodness, again, almost losing it right there.
It's not having a fun time. He's great on ovals. Road course is one of his first starts on the road course this season, not going well already. All this is while Josh McGowan having some problems at parts of the racetrack. All sorts of chaos. Zach White has not been able to pick up any ground. Has lost 54 seconds in 2 laps. So some of the playoff drivers that needed to have a good start have had a fall at the start and finish line, if you want to think about a marathon. Christian Barnes, by the way, he's up to 12th already for the EOL penalty. Not bad. He's caught up to some of the drivers who have had several spins. Now Jacob Cochran just towed.
Oh my.
It's pure calamity out there. Cochran lost it from about 4th position.
The survival game.
Yeah, wheel hop again. It just hippity hopped into the wall. Immediate tow.
I don't know, ever since the new update on the iRacing sets, I've noticed a lot more wheel hop with the baseline road course sets because I was trying them out, and it's deadly. Even under braking, sometimes when you're going into a left-hander or a right-hander, your right front or left front will pick up and really cause you some problems.
Going to end lap 4. Brock this season, one-time winner. He's only made 12 starts though on the season. He's got Andrew Allen right behind him though, who is a solid road course racer. Has shown top 5 speed at some of the road courses throughout the season. The Dakota circuit was amongst the drivers where he really started to sparkle. And right now he's trying to hold back Rayshawn Wingfield. These two are both slower than Brock by about 4/10 a lap to start off this race. We'll have to say here, Jacob, the pressure not so big if you're Allen at least. You could just race to try and get a win. It is on if you're Jared Knobstotter and you're trying to have a good finish, though. He's going the wrong way.
Yeah, it just seems like there's so many issues unfolding for these drivers here. I guarantee this is another wheel hop incident here. He just gets on the curb. Front stretch. What happens here? Does he just go straight into turn 1?
Answer is...
Locked it up. Oh, just too deep. Yeah, it's spinning around. Wow.
Yep. Slam the wall, then went all the way to the end of Heartburn turn to turn around. By the way, Evan Janik had taken the faster pair already. 6 seconds in the pit lane. David Moyer's car just exploded. 47 car just had issues as you take a look at the leaders. We can tell you the reason David Moyer just had issues. He missed the final chicane and decimated his race car. So we have another one that just had to go to the pit lane. This is pure calamity. Chaos corner. Half the field's already got some point of damage already, Jacob.
Well, you know who's happy right now? Reggie Kime. Oh, and he just went back to 14th. I don't know what happened there. He was just in 11th.
Still good battling for Wingfield meanwhile. Rachel Wingfield put himself in position to be in the top 5 for stage points. Good start to this race, to say the very least, for the 23, who I'm not sure if you could per se group as a road course racer. We'll see how he performs here tonight. Zach White falls a lap down. Let's follow on board with him for a little bit. Just lost a lot of time out of that bus stop chicane, though. He is right now just trying to fight to keep within that 1 second margin, keep the red box alive.
Yeah, just look at the hop. I mean, he just went over that curve, and it's like it continued to bounce for a couple seconds after. Normally, you don't see that.
Yeah, right now, he's doing a solid job keeping up. Isaac Brock last time by lost 4/10. 21 starting to make a bit of mistakes right now to keep things a little bit tidy. 35 feet of elevation change, give or take. Parts of this racetrack, by the way, as we take a look at some of the other battling. Barnes has made his way already to 7th and is ready for 6th. That was easy.
Yeah, I just gave him a good old switchback right there and took him on the inside. And ooh, even got 2 for 1 there. Might just be pulling off to the side, not wanting to contest them, just trying to survive.
Race later, Isaac Brock just missed the bus stop chicane and spun it out. 21 hit the curving, hopped, and looped it around. So to the lead, Andrew Allen.
Wow. It's just so many problems here early. It's only like, what? Is it like lap 8? Calm down.
I think the field's saying, why should we calm down when you can calm up?
Oh, that's wise words.
He's lost 6 seconds, by the way, from that. Surprisingly, no penalty for the cut through as well in that situation yet. So, 6/10 up, Allen, now your leader. Although that's shrinking, he's not handling the curves that well. He's really sliding the rears when he's coming across the flatter rumble strips. Remember, part of the refresh too is some 3D curbing.
Oh, switchback. About to get a battle for the lead here, going to the bus stop chicane.
Good exit though. Got the power down this time. That shows the importance of the line sensitivity, you'd have to say, Jacob. Rayshawn Wakefield deep into the corner though. Try to reach out for the bumper. Slow is fast.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's always good to set up for the exit speed in that turn, because it's just a long 3 and 4 oval. You got to have some sort of run speed, where Rayshawn, if it was the last lap, trying to put the bumper to him, that's a great job. But right now, it's just about setting up your pass, and you can't do that if you don't have any exit momentum.
It almost feels like, I was going to say, Allen's backing up these corners to be fast on the exits, but Wingfield's just charging them with the way he's handling the race car right now. Both methods are pretty fast right now, but it's all gonna be, can it last later on. Barnes, by the way, is already caught up for the top 5. It's Aaron Espy who is up in front, and Espy is not carrying as much corner middle speed.
Yeah, when these guys slick and slide their rears around all the time, it's the new tire model with the next gens on iRacing, not so new anymore, but road course tire wear is a real thing now. So when these guys battle for laps on end, you know, it's a real problem for them later in the run. So you got to manage that while trying to maintain your pace, which is so hard to do.
Right now, Barnes really taking the patience line. SB opens the door, though. Way high, but Barnes not able to take advantage. Looks like SB will let him go instead. This is part of where we might see drivers think about the big picture. SB, not afraid to let by the 27, knowing 27 machine is faster than your leader right now. So, things settle down, coming up to lap 10. Where are things settling for some of the others? Well, not a bad run so far for Michael Wade. How about 11 spots gained for the Intimidator so far? Just been able to get through all the mistakes from others. He's been making very minimal mistakes. He's not been the fastest, but he's got track position.
Well, I got to say, even though Evan Janik has fallen in terms of position from the start with that lap 1 wreck, even though he had to use a fast repair, he's not doing so bad, already charging back into P9. And, I mean, he's around, what, give or take 15 seconds off the leader, but, or about 20. No, more like 30 now, but because of the pit stops, right? So, I mean, he's still in the race. If it's going to go green most of the way, I would assume, unless we get some major accident, you know, with around 45 laps to go in this race, there's definitely a chance that Allen's going to have someone to deal with by the end if it's not Ray Sean. So we'll have to see.
There is somebody they're going to have to deal with at the end of stage 1 and through stage 2. 71, Evan Janik, fastest car by far on the racetrack. He is nearly a second quicker on the average. 125.2. Last 5 as Pollock. There's a drive-through coming up. He just cut the chicane.
Did not need that.
And he's going to do it with the self-serve. 8 is going to take it as well. Holston also with a penalty. And Pollock needed a lot of luck. It's not been a pretty night for the precision car. Meanwhile, you think about Reggie Kime. He's actually outscoring Adam Holston in terms of track position. He's not in the stage points, not close to it right now. But if he's able to get into a spot like this in the end, he can pull off an upset, because Holston was one of the drivers that looked like a contender early in the season but had flatlined by the summertime. Now you're talking about a driver that's been able to point the way through, in a position to pull off an upset if he's able to maintain track position or pick up a little bit more at least to build a buffer.
So tough to do though. Probably just going to have to play some sort of strategy with the stage, or find a way to survive.
There's a move in the midst of traffic that is on Hinson. Able to move by, and oh no! There a drive through in his future, maybe? He just, oh, where is he going? That is a dangerous way to rejoin the track. Joshua McDillon, look out. That is a dangerous rejoin, and there goes most of the track position he just had on Holston, all gone. And Reggie Kime is asking, is he going to still have to serve a drive-through for that? Because he did cut it. Yeah, dangerous rejoin in the first place.
Yeah, I can't do that. I mean, it's better just to go all the way through and then have to serve the drive-through, because when you do that, if you cause an accident, there's even more repercussions to that.
I believe we might have been okay, because race control's question was, what did your sim tell you? And well, we'll see. We'll say he's at a risk of losing a lap already here, because Allen's on the bumper. Same with Bristow. Zach White's about to lose a second lap this race already. So there goes the traffic management. Reggie Kime falls a lap down, but gains a spot on the 7. Some slick moves, and Reggie Kime does have to come in. He just confirmed on the radio, Jacob. Drive-through for car number 9. And we might get another one. Wilson, oh, and who is that sliding out? That's Isaac Brock again. Wilson just confirmed on the radio he will have to serve a drive-through. He came in hot into the 21. And he is asking about that. Brock is asking if he's going to have to serve the drive-through because of how he just spun out. This race is turning a bit into pure chaos here. Some of the contenders here, at least for good positioning, having to serve drive-throughs. Wilson still held on to 4th despite that. No penalty for the 21 machine, just confirmed on the radio. So Isaac Brock's okay, and Reggie Kime is not okay, because he just missed an air chicane, and at this point he is now behind Holston by a sizable margin because of his drive-through, and now is stacking up mistakes with less than 3 laps to go in stage 1. Pit road is already closed. Christian Barnes, by the way, could recover to get into the stage points at least. Well, he is locked in with a victory, able to break through a couple weeks ago, finally. He is just driving his own race, doing what he wants to do, which is pick off drivers one by one by one by one. He's going to be one of the drivers to watch for absolutely in stage 2. Evan Janik absolutely will be one to watch for, because he's the next one in line. He is also now in range to maybe pick off one more spot on Isaac Wilson. Worth noting that, as you see in the pylon, the top 2 have checked out. Still being outran by 2 seconds right now by Evan Janik. Janik is just so fast around here and so quick. Great road course racer in this series. One of the better iRatings when it comes to the road course side of things in the series. He's been able to just blitz his way through the field to position himself well for the next stage. 1 to go in the stage now, this time by the way. Allen just took the white flag in stage 1. 1 to go. Keep an eye on this battle, as we'll see if Janik is able to at least get a top 5 end of stage here. Wilson, of course, coming off the drive-through a couple laps ago. Still trying to hold back the 27 and the 71. Janik deeper on the brakes. They rumble their way down the front straightaway. They'll have a lot of time to battle. 34 seconds difference between them and the green-white checkered. And hearing Rayshon Wingfield just made a mistake on the radio. He's just said no because he just hit Jose Medina. We'll keep an eye on this battle still on screen. They rumbled away through the final corners. Green, white, checkered coming up this time. Andrew Allen put on a dominating run here on the stage. He'll take the green, white, checkered. Andrew Allen gets stage 1. Allen gets it by more than 6 seconds. Rayshon Wingfield does get second. Isaac Brock in third. Isaac Wilson, Christian Barnes. So we close things up in the stage as a interesting one. Fares out here so far tonight here at the Roval. Again, top 5 close. Here's a look at the last send as bit of contact. And Barnes has to stop as he gets pushed to the inside curbing. Let's take a break. We'll be back with more after this. You're watching the Precision Production Network.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to tonight's coverage of the Precision Production Network. We hope you've been enjoying the action so far for the Roval, as so far it's been very unpredictable, let's put it that way, especially when it comes to a playoff race. Andrew Allen is going to be the one leading the field here for the restart. Rayshon Wingfield, Isaac Brock, Isaac Wilson, the top four. Then it's Wade and Barnes, Nelson and SB, Hinson and Pollock. Evan Janik is all the way back in 11th for the restart. Interestingly enough, though. See how we fare out as we are racing up to lap 30. We burned a lot of laps, Jacob, under the stage caution. This is only 11 laps, and Wilson just hit the side of Brock for a checkup.
Wow, almost went 3 wide there for a moment, but they get it gathered back up, single file. Gotta switch back to the inside. Allen a little loose.
Side by side for the lead. Right now, Wingfield using the outside, trying to find a way to clear. Wingfield sends himself to the barrier.
Oh.
Wingfield able to keep going, but he's demolished the right side of the race car. Battle is on behind him.
Oh, into the wall, 3-car. Major spin. Gonna keep it back going immediately. Almost no issues with that car. Front fender looks okay.
Bit of a sketchy slide into the back, and that was his first mistake of the race. But it's become pure carnage right now. Can tell you Alex Pollock is also the wrong way around in one of the chicanes, but Brock for now keeps going. Pollock still yet to get going. Now does.
Man. And look at Evan Janik. He's up into 6th already. Made 5 spots on that restart.
Great restart for the 71, but the fight is on between Wilson and Brock. The fast living machine trying to provide a little bit more grip for itself. Good exit to keep up, line up with the 93, but yet to get the run. You also have Barnes and Janik just outside the 1 second range, them two, as you mentioned.
Yeah, Janik's looking to make the 27 here. Barnes, another victim. Barnes just gives up the position. He's like, you're way too fast. Get by me and go. Janik into the top 5.
Archie Kime just had to come down pit road. He's had another issue, by the way, so the 9 machine having a Serpentine drive-through currently, but Janik is the man on the move, wanting to get himself back to the front. Fastest driver by 2 seconds a lap prior to the stage caution. He's got less than 10 laps to do something. There's enough time here, on the long run at least, for when the tires start really wearing, Jacob, for him to do some damage here.
Oh, 100%. About 3 seconds back. I mean, with the pace he had in qualifying, if he can knock out a couple qualifying laps and then stay behind someone and just use them, you know, as a kind of like a pace gauger, then I think he'll be in very good shape by the end of the stage. Definitely a top 3 finish.
See that with just how much he's approaching these braking zones and carting on in. Oh, bit of a wiggle in front of them. Brock just about lost the car. And now Janik is within range of 2nd on back in the train. Can't confirm Janik, your fastest driver on the racetrack last time by. 1:24.3 at the stripe.
Yeah, he's on the move. I mean, are we shocked right now? I mean, just he put up such a performance in qualifying that it almost always translates to the race on a road course. Like many road course guys on the real life cup stage, it's just remarkable how he's bounced back so far after making some costly mistakes there in the first stage.
Absolutely. You see how the rest of the field lined up, by the way, so far. 1.7 seconds the difference between first and second. Allen's been able to stretch out his legs a little bit on the short run now, with Wingfield dealing with significant damage. Wingfield already saying he's going to let the spot go for the 93 with how that car's handling.
Yeah, he lets him go now. Man. That was a good pass on the outside. Even though, you know, Wingfield just let him by, it's always good just to be able to pick one off right there in that spot, especially because going into one in this tighter section in the inside, it's really, really tough to get a pass done.
Caution, we have a caution.
Wow.
Hearing that someone is stuck, and it's Isaac Brock. It's a dangerous situation when someone curbs themselves. They cannot get going.
This is the first time I've seen this before. Wow. No way. I didn't even know they could do that. Yeah, each rear tires off the ground. You can't do a thing.
Race control's telling them when the black dot decides to replay to rocket back and forth. How did that happen? We've already seen the 71 make a move on Barnes, was just in the process of making the move on the 21. And well, yep, that's some help.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to get off that by himself. He's going to need some external help here. No shot.
He's got to get a tow at this point, you would have to think.
You got a teammate here? Here comes a 10.
Oh, this is
10.
They're
He's being told to go around.
Yeah.
He's being told to go around. He's going to have to tow.
Yep, they just towed.
Over. Wow.
Somebody tried to actually help, but race control stepped in, as you would expect. And Reggie Kime, by the way, apparently got a speeding penalty. He just said on the radio, too, to add on to his drive-thrus.
The day gets worse. Unbelievable.
So the field, I believe, is still catching up the pace car. Isaac Brock just blew up on pit road, by the way.
Well, he was revving his motor a lot. I'm not shocked when he was just trying to get off, but that's crazy.
There's a lot to be said what's going on here, but real quickly, let's see if we can believe they are still going to have a lap before you even get to pit road open situation, if that. So let's see if we can get the chance to speak with Andrew Allen. Currently just trying to sort out the exact rooms here, pardon me, here as he gets checked into the right spot. Andrew Allen now checks into the broadcast booth. Andrew, real quickly here before pit road opens, how would you describe the night so far?
Uneventful. Just kind of trying to log laps and keep it clean, trying to be consistent, make it to the end, you know, not die.
Pretty drunk 2 nights ago.
I mean, everybody else has had an eventful time so far to counteract that point. Like, what's been the most difficult thing you've had to pick up with the track?
Honestly, the last corner. I've been having to lift very early just so I don't lock it up going into that little chicane there. And I know I'm losing a lot of time there, but I'm making it up on the infield. If I can get that last corner down a little bit better towards the end of the race, I should be set to make it to the end where I'm at.
We'll let you get back to your team for now. Thanks for the time.
Appreciate it, guys.
So we'll try and get him over to the Fast Living camp. There's the pit road open. And he nearly drove in the barrier. Wingfield does come down. Not a shock there, Jacob. His car was destroyed.
Oh, 100%. There's no way he was going to be able to stay out on that track with the cars getting grouped up again and come out of that clean. So it's good just to reset, go to the back, set yourself up for stage 3.
So only him, Pollock, and Bristow came down for pit service this time. Let's see if we get the chance to bring in the 93. This driver's had an eventful one. Up in second now, Isaac Wilson. How would you describe the eventfulness that seems to be the Charlotte ROVAL, including several slides for your 93 machine?
Yeah, stepped on my foot, turn one, lap one. Thank God it hit nothing. And then going into the bus stop, me and the other Isaac got into it. I knew I was screwed. It was either hit the back of him or T-bone him. So I was like, I'm just gonna try to get into him, not spin him. Unfortunately, I did, and try to save his race. So, but other than that, it hasn't been too eventful for me. I mean, coming out of the hairpin seems to be where I'm struggling at. I heard Alan saying he's struggling with the backstretch chicane. That chicane does get tricky because there is a massive bump right after you get past the pit lane entry.
Overall, how would you describe the feel as a whole of this new scan, so to speak, for the ROVAL here, especially with the new configuration for the layout down at the far side of the racetrack for turn 7?
To be honest, it ruined it. I like the old ROVAL a lot better. It just seemed like it flowed better coming back onto the track, and this one it's such a slow hairpin, probably the slowest hairpin in all iRacing, and I don't know. I think NASCAR is trying to set up a passing zone, but you ain't gonna be able to pass there. I mean, if you do, you're door banging the hell out of someone. So
interesting to say at the very least. Now, what's your rest of your keys here to be able to try and find yourself to victory lane here? Right now, you're the highest running driver who is not locked in the point standings coming in tonight, by the way.
I mean, a win would be nice, and I'll do not get me wrong. Those points would be great, but at the end of the day, racing is all about momentum. So I had a good run last week at Atlanta. Looking for another good run this week, get some momentum going into round of 8, because the round of 8 is gonna be really tough. There's a lot of fast guys, and only 4 of us to make it.
Why don't you get back to your team? Thanks for the time here, Isaac.
No problem.
Isaac Wilson, taking some time to speak with us here. He's going to be up in second here, but the man on a mission is Evan Janik. Race control is getting some stuff in line, but Evan, you've had some eventful moments involving contact with the last caution. In fact, getting the 21 beach there, but you've been having a rapidly fast car. Let's talk about the positives first things first. What has this car felt like to you with how fast you've been able to recover from these mistakes?
I honestly have 6 minutes of optional damage right now, so I'm one wall hit away from being done for the night. So I am playing with house money right now. I'm really just taking it easy while trying to pass as many cars as I can, and go from there.
Is that from, I'm just trying to make sure I get where the damage is. Where exactly did you feel you picked up that damage?
I got off in the section we're at now, that right-hander, hit a bump and got my tires locked up and had to let go of the brakes and got in the tires. And then after that, I got into the right side somewhere on the same lap and kind of evened it out. So it's steering straight, but I still have steering damage on both sides. So I already used my fast repair after trying to avoid the 21, sending it in turn 1, lap 1, and clobbering the turn 1 wall. So really just is what it is. Not gonna have time to fix it and keep track position. So.
Well, this just took a dampening effect. You were up to 2 seconds quicker than the rest of the field prior to the end of the last stage here. What's the approach now going to be for the car now that you have a lot of adversity now stacked upon you?
Just head down and stay forward. I still think I'm faster, but last night I was the fastest car and couldn't put the race together. So me being able to turn a fast lap doesn't mean going to be able to come away with the win. There's still a lot of racing left, and really just have to stop making mistakes.
Thanks for the time.
Yeah, no problem.
Evan Janik. 6 minutes of steering damage, Jacob. That is, wow. If he pulls those race off with that much amount of damage.
Well, there is a story. I don't want to be like that, but I I've won a Roval race with around 2 to 4 minutes of damage, I believe it was. So it's possible, but 6, I don't know. It depends on the extent of the damage. It's really, really tough. And I don't know. We're going to have to see how it unfolds. Maybe he's probably going to have to limp it around a little bit, but he seems so fast. So we're going to have to see here.
29 to go officially in the race, almost halfway through. We'll say we have a 4-lap dash. Here we go. Green, 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 back underway. And Allen with a good start. Janik didn't get the best of angles, but the top 5 already single filed out. Check that SB going for 4th.
Barrier! John Ullman, 34, hard into the heartburn turn, right rear is gone.
Oh, and a couple people are starting to bump it around. Hinson just bumping around Wade. But let's take a look what happened to the 34. His car absolutely destroyed.
He's not going to be able to limp that back to pit road.
Yeah, wow, he absolutely missed the corner there. And he has towed the race car, so John Ullman, he was one of the drivers above the cut line coming in, is now in danger of potentially being below it, depending on how tonight goes here, Jacob. That's not going to help his chances.
Yeah, that's super costly. You can't manage to have a mistake like that at all, especially in a cutoff race.
Coming to 3 to go. Janik let go for 2nd. We'll see how the times fly, but my goodness, Janik just gained 5 car lengths in 1 corner.
It's the master of braking right there, honestly. You got to master that on road courses, and he just gained so much time in the braking zones. Look at him, even in 1, and even Allen's loose in the lead. Here comes Janik.
Janik with multiple minutes of steering damage takes the lead and now tries to run. Bad mistake though, he nearly went in the grass. Allen retakes it again.
Man, just a costly mistake from Evan Janik. That damage showing on that 71 car. Allen's just gonna have to hold on for dear life going to the hairpin. Janik enters a little wider, gonna set up for the exit speed. But oh my goodness, here comes Isaac Wilson.
Better run though with the 5-star entry of Janik to be able to clear. This has been some intense fighting for the race lead, to say the very least, in the stage. Rayshawn Wingfield's recovery is also taking him to 7th. Adam Holston just had issues knocking him to 12. All of this as well. They continue on through here. Can Janik get another chance to run side by side? Last time through, before that pass attempt, he had been 3/10 quicker than the 96. 2 to go.
Look at that braking. Magnificent in the final corner. Just gets a much, much better entry and exit. Andrew Allen's got to hold on here.
Pit road is officially closed. 2 to go. Stage 2. Right now, Janik just able to lead forward, but that steering damage, you can tell it's just making him that much tighter. Just can't get the car to cut like he wants to.
He's going to have an opportunity here in the hairpin, though, if he sets it up.
Will we go for a lunge here? He thought about it for a moment. Does nearly get to the bumper, but is able to get a decent exit.
Well, we're going to have to see last 2 corners. We're going to have to see if he can pull him in the braking zones, which he's been so effective here for the last couple laps coming to the white.
Allen trying to sweep the stages here for the first 2 at least. Both of them hitting the curbing. Some wiggles for the 96. Janik, closest he's been in this run, heading into the final corners. Racing contact for Janik in this section twice. This time he absolutely licks the stamp, sends it, cuts the chicane, and that's trouble. White flag is out for stage 2. Janik falls to 3rd, and that might be a drive-through.
That damage just on an apparent notice here, and just oversent the corner, trying to make it stick on the outside there of Andrew Allen, and wasn't quite able to make it happen.
And Allen's now in prime position, just run away here. Haven't received word if there's going to be any penalty serve yet from Janik. Pit road is closed, so he can't necessarily serve it now anyway.
Janik is taking that turn so much wider, but he's just not getting an effective exit, because I think his low speed rotation is super bad with this wheel damage.
Yeah, just doesn't cut. He's almost like he's trying to steer on a bouncy ball, just trying to angle it the right direction, and it's not letting him turn without heavy rotation. Allen, meanwhile, coming up to 25 laps to go in the race, has put on some impressive runs. Janik is being told to stay on the track.
Goes in. He goes in either way.
Allen is going to take the green-white checker flag. Allen wins the stage, and we have the 71 down pit road.
That's trouble.
Rayshawn Wingfield also came down. Both of them have come down. No caution flag yet. There it is.
From what I'm aware, I was told by the race official, apparently he's going to go a lap down from this. He's not even going to get the opportunity. Told not to serve it, tried to serve it anyway. Oh, into the wall again under caution. That's the race ender.
Janik floored it and hit a wall. Take a look at your replay. Black Diamond Designs replay. He was being told that message you exactly just mentioned there already. Once was locked in, so this is basically for fun already with multiple minutes of damage. Comes out and then does this.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and he's gone from the session. It's over. Yeah, you got to be able to put these races together, and just honestly, Andrew Allen in this session, he's just been one of the better cars. I mean, Janik just ran into trouble early on. Like he said, you can put down a fast lap, but you need to be able to consistently do that over the course of a race. I briefly said something about that. If Janik didn't run into trouble, he might run away from this race. But it's been all trouble for Janik this race.
More coming up after this. You're watching tonight's action of the Mystic Racing League from the Roval.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Well, a lot happened under this caution flag, to say the very least. Welcome back to Concord, North Carolina, where Alex Pollock is now the leader because he stayed out, was the only one to stay out. And this is a massive gamble because per the fuel calculations, he cannot make it on a one-stop. Much of the field is borderline to make it on a one-stop. The fuel run estimate is about 20 laps or so here tonight. There's a lot up in the air on the strategy game. Also, Rayshawn Winkfield, he ended up getting a penalty where he'll have to go back down to serve that pass-through penalty under the green flag, as that run ended under caution, so he'll have to redo it instead of with the pit road closed. He then got hit under caution by Gavin Henson, who had a screen failure and got destroyed on the rear bumper. Henson's been called to the hauler for post-race. So a lot's happened here, Jacob. Getting ready for the restart.
It's going to be a good one. Look for the chaos into one in the hairpin.
Pollock, he needed a win to make it. Coming into tonight, this is his Hail Mary. Green flag is out, and he did not go. Allen got the run instead. Pollock now getting swarmed for second.
Isaac Allen took a daredevil jump to the inside there and eventually realized it was not worth it. Was going to have to punt the 92 to make that work. Whoa, roll goes Pollock. Spun in front of the field.
And he just got hit. Gavin Henson was the one who made contact with him in the heart of the field. And Pollock, his TV time and his Hail Mary just went flat at the 20-yard line.
Wow, I mean, that Hail Mary attempt would have had to have relied on a caution because there's no way he's making that on gas, but just unbelievable turn of events right there.
Watch right there. Bam. And the front nose gets absolutely decimated.
Oh.
That's definitely not going to help his cause. Henson, for his sake, somehow has zero damage from that.
iRacing, their physics, I don't know. I've been watching these streamer caution.
Well, multiple cars around on the back straightaway. That's the caution Pollock needed. A little bit too late.
Jose Medina.
Yeah, this is a multiple car incident to bring us up to the caution flag. Let's take a look at your Black Diamond Designs replay. Watch the 18. Yeah, he just locked it up, and then Barnes, I think, was the extra cherry.
Yeah, self-spun it coming out. Just a wheel hop, the wheel wiggle. You're just on that curb, and that wheel hop just not able to get on the gas and just wheel hops to a spin.
You got lucky with the time of the caution flag to prevent any more bleeding on the racetrack, at least. But Medina claiming responsibility for the caution, and they'll get resorted here once again. Multiple different things are being reviewed by race control after that start, by the way, so we'll see what race control does here on these reviews.
Would they talk about Andrew possibly getting too good of a jump? I don't know.
You can argue Pollock was not in the right gear, it seemed like.
I need to go look back at that so I can see exactly how that restart unfolded, because I wonder if that's one of the things they're looking at. I don't know, but Andrew Allen got a really good jump.
See if we can talk with some of the drivers here. We do have Christian Barnes. Stand by we'll see real quickly. Christian, do you have a copy real quickly?
But I mean, it's like the green flag is not consistent at all. Like the first, like the initial start.
Oh, send him back to his team.
Okay.
So he did not copy, and obviously we apologize for that as he thought it was still with the race team. We'll keep him with the race team then until the end of the pit stops because they are still pacing around here. We'll say this though, this helps with the fuel strategy then.
Yes. Yeah, Ullman's going to get a wave around here from his costly mistake when he had to tow. After he completely overran the heartburn turn, he's going to be able to go around here and get back into fighting here.
Oh, look at this. A lot of people just went down to top off or take an extra set here.
Ooh, it's going to make you wonder what the difference is going to be like now, because select few cars, 2 stayed out. So if they take tires, especially if they top off, they're going to 100% be good to the end here.
All right, so it's quick top offs for some, it's tires for others. We just got received.
Wow.
We just got a penalty in our ears. Jump start, car 96.
Andrew, I called it. Polek was not ready to go, and Andrew just went.
And that is an end of longest line penalty for Allen.
I wonder if the green came out and he based it on that. I'm confused. What made him hit that gas and go when Polek wasn't even ready to go? Was he just sleeping on the start and the green flag was thrown, or what happened?
Yeah, there's so many questions, but again, the main rule has to come to mind here, Jacob, that I think had the same question at the time. Usually, in most cases, leader has to take the green flag first and at the start-finish line. That's usually the common sense, and that's why in real life you see so many jump start penalties in that regard. And the sim actually gave him a black flag.
Okay.
It
Casey
had
Bristow went to the wall. Sorry to do that real quick, but... But, yeah, if he got a black flag, that's 100% a jump start, because iRacing will only give that to drivers if, if they actually hit the gas before the leader goes, before the green flag comes out. So that's just clear. But, wow, that's unfolding for the 96 here. That's incredible. I don't have the words to describe that. The vocabulary is not there. Just a big mistake.
We'll see if we can talk with Christian now here. Christian Bars, we'll try this once again. Do you have a copy?
Oh. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Sorry about that. I'm on my phone, so Discord's a little messed up for me.
Understood here. How are things looking now with the fuel mileage, first of all, now that we have this caution here?
It's going to be very close. I think some people can make it, some people will not. Which is probably, I think, a few people are pulling off the pit. I think I can make it from here. I won't have any fuel after that, but I'm pretty sure I can make from here. A few others can. It just all depends on how you're driving, where you're braking, shifting, all that type of stuff. So it's definitely going to be intense if there's not another caution.
Well, on that note here, how do you describe the chaos that we've seen tonight here at the Roval, especially since you had to start at the back of said chaos tonight?
Oh yeah, a lot of easy mistakes so far have been made. I've even almost looped it, and then I did loop it in that previous caution. So it's very easy. These cars were very unstable over the bumps. I don't expect it to get any calmer. I expect there's going to be a few more spins. I don't know about cautions, but there's definitely going to be a few more spins. So we just got to see what happens.
So now, quite simple, you're going to be starting in the top 5 here. What's kind of that approach now, as we do have one to go signal?
I think just have a clean restart, get single file, and then start trying to move forward. You definitely don't want to, make a big mistake on the first lap because the cars are much looser on the first lap. So I'm gonna try to take it easy, not make a huge mistake, and see if I can catch the leader.
Thank you very much for your time here, Christian.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Christian Barnes.
Patience, man. Patience.
You're saying patience. That's going to be critical. Yes, absolutely, Jacob. So, coming up to the restart, Isaac Wilson is now the leader, by the way. Interesting enough, that's despite the fact they pit. Michael Wade, Aaron Espy, Gavin Henson, Christian Barnes, your top 5 on the racetrack. So, patience is about to be tested here, Jacob.
Yeah, we're going to see. I don't know, Isaac Wilson, he's gotten that breath of fresh air he couldn't have behind Andrew, and it's here. And what's he going to do with it? We're going to have to see a couple charging cars here. I'm shocked Michael Wade is in second right now. That is incredible. He's up 16 spots in this race, and he's ready to go.
He's had a mistake or two here tonight, but he's definitely had his best race all season, you can definitely argue, in this race. Michael Wade, no wins, no stage points, no stage wins, no poles in 2025. So everyone gets sorted. The 18 has an EOL, has to get back in the line. And the green flag is out of the middle of the corner. Back underway. Wilson gets the launch this time. And Wade shuffles to second.
Well, there he goes.
Inside wall for the 3. Michael Wade stuck at the side of the racetrack. Bristow slides in and hits him. And now the track is blocked.
Pile up.
Caution. That got ugly quick. Gavin Henson also spun out in our area.
Yeah, when we take a look back at that, you'll see exactly why the 3 and 7 there just lost it. Just that curb striking again. That car so bouncy.
Yeah,
see here on the restart.
Yeah, this was not pretty.
Great jump from Wade, by the way. Amazing jump. One of the better ones we've seen all night. Just got in there, hit the curb, and bounce, bounce, bounce. Around he goes. And the 7 incoming too. Bounce and just into the 3. Rough wreck.
And then...
oh my goodness, bounce. Went in everybody. Backed up into traffic.
Why? I mean, this is why rear view mirrors are invented, right? Oh, by the way, Rachel Wakefield just spun out a caution, but bigger issue, what happened to Bristow? Yeah, that's gonna burn a lot of laps at this point.
The bounciness striking hard tonight.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll reset. We're losing laps. More coverage here in the Octane Outlaws Cup Series coming up after this.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. Officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Charlotte ROVAL, coming to 13 laps to go in the cutoff race for the round of 12. And drama has ensued, to say the very least, with how tonight's fared out. We still have a majority of the field running, but it's been a rough one for some of the cutoff drivers. Now, see how things fare out. Reggie Kime is currently ahead of Adam Holston, 5th for Kime, 8th for Holston, in that cutoff battle alone. The official standings gonna have to be kept an eye on. Rayshon Wingfield also needing to score some points, is currently settled into 9th. We'll see how things go this time, Jacob, after we got a caution off the restart. SB is in 2nd as well. Barnes up to 3rd to be able to battle with Wilson here.
Yeah, the real battle, though, for the playoff is definitely Holston and Reggie right now. It's going to be tough here on this green flag run. I suspect we're going to go green, but we'll see if they have other plans.
Coming up to the restart. So far, the restarts happen in the middle of the corner here. Oh, and now Wilson here gets turned. The field gets checked up. Everybody coils, and Wilson gets the better launch than everybody. Does that technically count as a lane change? SB's in the wall.
No caution. One wrecking in front. They keep it green.
Still green as they make their way on through. Wilson for now leads. Christian Barnes takes off. Allen is up to 3rd.
I think Alex got a little bit of payback there on Michael Wade. Here comes Wade, getting his payback.
Oh, they're getting a little bit argy-bargy here, and now Wade sends it. How will he handle this? Oh, and now Pollock flicks it back, and now they slam the wall.
No caution.
Both of them wreck. We stay green. It's still not over yet. Black Diamond decides replay. This is what you've seen here, Jacob.
Where it started. Polak just got in there into this next turn and just got up into the 3 and was not having it. Mike Wade here just lets him go, just says, all right, I'm going to get you back later.
Later
Sends it in hard here.
Later it came very fast. Wow. Then fed in the door, and Pollock said, you know what, I'm done.
Wow. Taken away from this performance up in the front.
As you expect, both the 3 and the 92 are serving drive-thrus right now. 16 of SV is also down pit road. Wilson leads the race, and a partridge in a pear tree. By the way, Reggie Kime also had to serve a drive-through, as things have now gone absolutely wrong for the 9 after having track position to start the run. It's not anymore. Up in 4th, Brad Nelson. He's had some rough moments tonight. Car's fixed though. He's been able to take advantage as Holston just crashed. He spun around too.
Playoff implications. Reggie Kime's coming up, but he's going to be a little further behind, about a straightaway.
And Holston's front nose is crushed in. That had been from previous. This is going to be really nerve-wracking for a couple of the drivers here at the cut line. Allen is your fastest driver on the racetrack right now, even faster than Evan Janik on pace at the moment. The downside, Allen needs to gain 2.5 seconds to get to Wilson, and he's within 1 second of Barnes.
He looks so efficient into that hairpin. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, right now, Allen's doing a solid job on the close-up. Coming to 10 laps to go. Really good under braking. And made almost all the time stick on itself.
Yeah, he needs to be aware of the long-term implications, though. It's very easy in this next-gen car to push for 3 and get a good gain to the car in front, but once you get there, you can't make the pass because you're hot.
And this is going to be a management game on the tires. Absolutely here too. Fall off for some, not a factor because we're setting fastest lap times for the field. Allen set another one, 1:23.9.
Mind you, this isn't dirty air too. It's a factor on road courses as well.
Major factor. I remember talking with people back in the day when they started implementing for the road courses. Watkins Glen, major impact there. But it's been an impact, the more so, the more they've adjusted the dirty air. You can see Allen just pushing tight.
Got to be careful what he's doing, though. A little bit of lockup. He's got to be careful. You don't want to get your tires too hot just yet. Just take it smooth.
77 pass-through just indicated on the radio, Zach White. Likely not going to be moving on with the points tallies. They are reaching lap traffic of Aaron Espy, by the way. Here's a look at what's going on with Rayshon Wingfield. John Oman in front of him. This is for 7th. And it looks like Ullman's just going to let him have the spot. 23 sticks it.
Great pass in one of those passing zones you can get it done with. It's just a little harder than the other ones.
Yeah, he's already taken off by a country mile. Tier 2.
Oh, Andrew Allen with a little bit of a mistake. Had to lock up the brakes.
Yeah, we're back to him here. He lost the 1 second buffer he had. And now Aaron Espy. Rough time to reach the 16. And we'll just take the cut. Oh no, Barnes spun on it. Allen hits him. Allen hit him. No nose damage though. And there goes his chance possibly for the win.
Bill got 10 to go. There's enough time to rally back, but he's going to have to show like around 7 qualifying laps.
See what happened to Barnes. First mistake like that today. Every kiss begins with a K. And in that case, kiss to the front nose. No major issue. Although Barnes still on the podium for now.
Isaac Wilson just pulling away here with 7 to go in this race. Or 8 to go.
Coming to 7 to go this time. But right now, he's got to hope for no caution flags. 93 in this later part of the race. It's been the most consistent, and it comes down to the fuel mileage part of it. Before the last caution flags, we did hear some of the concerns from him. You were talking during one of the commercial breaks about the ability to save fuel here. How is that fuel dynamic to make sure you can save while also running fast lap times?
I mean, you have to back off your entry a little bit and just make sure you set everything up for exit. Just using the least amount of throttle is just crucial. You could clutch in on entry, which is a bigger strategy that is used. But you can also, like I said, you could just let off early. That's how you do it on road courses. Just mitigating the amount of throttle usage you have.
Well, let's do it for 7 more times now. 7 to go from Charlotte. 5.04 seconds to lead at the stripe. Look at these two again. Oh, hold on. Brad Nelson might have a drive-through coming up. So his run just fell apart too. 33 just did a pass through. You see the battling between these two yet again. Looking like they're a little bit cleaner this time. They're racing for 13th.
I don't know. We're going to have to see what he does. Back stretch. Sharp entry.
Pollock's trying to cut as much as he can to the inside there too. Holston. Don't think he's really scored stage points here tonight. It's been a mess in terms of the top 5 tonight. But very rough math would say good for Holston.
Yeah,
He's got
a point.
Yeah, by 11 seconds on the track.
He's trying to edge out in front of the 18 here. He's going to get it done. Back into 9th.
Nicely done. Okay. We can tell you that battle we were just keeping on with the 3 and the 92 just ended with the 92 in the wall. All we'll say is he tried to hit the 3 again. He missed.
Wow.
It
There's no
appeared he
words.
tried to at least.
Yeah, there's no words for that. That's... Oh, Reggie Kime had a problem.
Well, don't think that's as much concern. What was the problem? Well,
Self-spun.
self-spun. Okay. At this point, he's going to need a caution flag. Brad Nelson already having to serve a drive-through this lap.
I don't think Andrew has enough time to catch him. He's just lost the gap, hasn't gained a thing. It'd be a miracle.
Back to him. 5.1, near 5.2 seconds. 17 laps led at least tonight. At least that. I think it's more than that, in fact. But with 5 laps remaining, he can at least get a good finish here, but at the least, a driver for certain would punch their ticket into the next round with a win. Highest running points, Isaac Wilson, if things hold.
Yeah, it's a road courses are one of those tracks where you just have to have everything come together. So this is a great day for him. And just Andrew, I think he's going to come up a little short here.
Yeah, you see him pushing hard. He's gained a second this lap, though.
It's going to...
The thing is, he did have traffic.
I don't know, with 5 laps.
28 was the total, by the way, was looking for. What I'm saying is he had a really good night in the first 2 stages, but sometimes it just comes down to executional parts, and that restart with Pollock going to be a part of the headlines for the end of the night. 4 to go.
Allen, he's getting impatient with the throttle. He doesn't like this lap traffic, and he knows he's lost at the moment. Lap car in the wall in front of him, but that's going to be no problem.
Yep, didn't lose him really much time there, the lap car that time. But Allen needs to be almost, in fact, more than a second quicker lap to have any chance to get to the 93. He needs to be putting up the lap times that Janik was putting, and that's not happening on the long run here tonight for him. So we'll see how close it gets by the end. But all that being said, things continue to spiral if you want to follow along with the storylines for Alex Pollock, by the way.
Gosh.
Because Alex Pollock just wrecked again and blew the motor. The 93 on screen right now, but we will tell you, if you're an Alex Pollock fan, your chances are done.
Yeah.
So, it's been looking really good though, with 3 laps to go for Wilson. He had a feeling he can execute. He just has to survive for a couple more times around, Jacob.
Yeah, all about that execution. It's been perfect from them. Well, I wouldn't say perfect. Far from perfect, actually, but he's rallied here late, made no mistakes in the late game. Unlike Andrew, got that costly penalty for jumping the restart. If that didn't happen, we'd be wondering what kind of order we'd be facing right now.
Yeah, this has been an interesting one to see the release from start to finish night-wise.
Andrew's pushing. You can see it. He's doing overdoing some of the corners, just trying to gain time.
Coming around to 2 to go. We have a stop car in front of him, Reggie Kime. Car is out of the way though. So Wilson.
Whoa, flipped car. Joshua Gillen.
So we have more drivers with problems. How do you flip here?
Well, it's going to be no yellow. He quickly got it towed, but unbelievable. That could have completely changed the race.
What? Did you just see that too?
Yeah, the paint grip. I've done that before. I've done everything.
Drive through, 2 to go, Christian Barnes. And you know who's within 3 seconds is Andrew Allen. He is gaining in bunches now. 126 flat last time by for the leader. Allen is getting there.
He's going to have to be perfect. And I mean, and Isaac's going to have to make a mistake.
Right now, the braking zones have been the front for the 96. Wilson just keeping it planted. Under 2 seconds now, the gap.
I just don't think he has the time. If we had maybe 3 or 4 more, then I'd say there's an opportunity of window there, but it looks too far.
Lap traffic ahead. White flag is out.
Yeah, Allen ran wide. Sorry.
And there goes the sorries over the radio indeed for him. His chances go out the window. It's now over 3 seconds just about. But what a night. On the final lap here, Wilson just has to squeak it on out here at this point here, Jacob.
Yep, hit your marks. Gotta hope you don't get hit by a lap car or have some unruly thing happen, but he has absolutely perfected the late race stage here. Stage 3 has been his best friend, and oh man, he's ready to go to victory lane. Couple more corners.
Couple more times to have to hit the brakes. Allen put up a good fight, but couldn't close up enough late. Especially after the spin with Barnes. It's a matter of what if for the 96 with the penalty earlier. But it's a punch ticket for Isaac Wilson. To the round of 8 he goes. He gets the win in Charlotte.
Unbelievable drive there in the stage 3.
1.84 seconds was the final margin, by the way. Gavin Hinson, he's going to be on the podium.
Wow. And he's going to the hauler post-race.
Rachel Wingfield does get a top 4 finish. Christian Barnes finishes in the top 5 also.
Brad, just shy of a top 5, but yeah, he's going to finish, what, 6th?
All results are unofficial.
Yeah. Could be talking about the 39 with some post-race implications.
Rough math would say the 8 advances with the final cut line spot, but there's a lot of questions that still need to be answered. So that will be tabulated by race officials still to see who actually moves on and who does not.
Well, this race has been so drama-based, it doesn't shock me that we have to wait even longer to get official results.
Take a step aside here on that note. We come back. More coverage on the Precision Production Network. You're watching the Mystic Racing League and its Octane Outlaws Cup Series from the Charlotte ROVAL.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Charlotte. It's burnout time for Isaac Wilson. As in the end, things go to the 93. The gap almost 2 seconds over Andrew Allen. Rachel Wingfield, Christian Barnes to top 5. Nelson, Ullman, Holston, Medina, and Casey Bristow gets a top 10.
Yeah. Going back to 11th, we have Michael Wade running in the 11th spot there. He was up front at some points, just got involved with the damage, just got into a little bit of beef there, and that puts him in P11. Reggie Kime, he's not expected to make the round of 8 at the moment. Unfortunately, just tried to run a good race, threw a Hail Mary pass with some strategy, could not fall on it, and it just did not work out for him, unfortunately. But he finishes P12 here today and survives the Roval partially. Aaron Espy, once again, was running up front. It's a main story. Lots of these guys have gotten up front, but due to mistakes, they just finished towards the rear. Joshua Gillen, 2 laps down on this race. Zach White in 15th. Alex Polak, he was up front for a restart and got smothered. It just did not work out for him in the end. Evan Janik, a big one about this. He qualified on the pole. He was fast. He was expected to win this race, but just too many mistakes just left him empty-handed. Isaac Brock in the 18th spot, Stephen Gill in 19th, David Moyer 2 in 20th, Jared Knopsteiner in 21st, and Jacob Cochran finishes out the field.
That's all Todd's bottom with the running orders here tonight in this one. So we'll get the chance to speak with your top 3 here. Isaac Wilson.
Oh, shoot. What's up?
Yes. Hello.
What's going on, guys?
You're a race winner. How does it feel?
Well, it's the 3rd time this year, but pretty good. I know I told you guys earlier, getting momentum. This win's nice. 3 extra points to go into next round, as I have a gut feeling next round is going to come down to the wire. There's, like I said before, it's just too many quick guys still left in the playoffs for it to not be a close battle for the championship 4 after next round.
What's going through your mind, though, in those final stretches for at least the race win, knowing you had Allen trying to close? He lost a lot of time, of course, with the spin with Christian Barnes, but what was going through your mind as the deficit started to reduce?
Yeah, so I was pushing it. Once I saw them wrecking my mirror, I was like, all right, just back it up. There's no need to push it. What's the point of building a big lead or trying to get a big lead here? I had like a 6 or 7 second gap after that. Like, I'm just going to make sure I don't blow either one of the bus stops and have to do a drive-through. I was like, I'm just going to take my sweet time. Started pushing a little bit with 2 to go. I think I got caught up with the 9 trying to get around him and lost a lot of time. I was like, he got a little too close for comfort 2 laps ago. But yeah, once him and Barnes got involved in that wreck, I just kind of chilled out and just let the race come to me.
So that being said, next race coming up on the schedule is going to be an eventful time. Once again, you have that stretch for the championship. You have a super speedway, a part of the championship stretch. You have Kansas. You also have Martinsville. Your thoughts on Kansas, the first up?
I don't know. I haven't raced Kansas in a while. I know I've had quite a bit of success at Kansas. I know Janik's been hard to beat. Ray Sean's been quick lately, just in general. I just don't think he had a lot of practice for tonight, and he struggled. So Kansas be tricky. Dega I'm looking forward to because I won the other Dega race earlier season. And then Martinsville is one of my favorite tracks to race at. So I'm kind of looking forward to the next round, but I mean, one bad race could put you in a must win, and that's not where you want to be at.
Anyone you want to give a shout out to here tonight?
First and foremost, gotta give a shout out to my wife. She let me sit here and practice for this track. Probably a good 2 or 3 hours within the last week or so. I gotta give a shout out to AWG, Glitch Energy, Boozy Racewear, Sword Dog. All the sponsors are associated with AWG. Gotta give a huge shout out to you guys putting the show on week in and week out. And a shout out to Brandon for putting up with our BS every week.
Congratulations on the run.
Thank you.
Isaac Wilson takes the win. Second spot, Andrew Allen. He's with Jacob.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey.
All right, well, you got P2 tonight. I mean, that's not too bad, but can you talk to us about what happened on that restart? It's just so costly to your third stage.
Yeah, I mean, they were telling us the entire time to go when the lights went green. I hit the gas when the lights went green. I guess leader must not have, and it made it look like I jumped the start. I 100% went when the lights went green. But I guess there's no way to really review that. So I got that kind of crappy penalty. Worked my way back up through the field and would have caught the leader if the 27 didn't go around and cause me a bunch of time there. But I tried to push as hard as I could to get back up to him. I was able to get in at one point within 2 seconds of him. But
well, I mean, with that being said, you came so close. You showed immense pace towards the end. But what more did you need at the end there to be able to reel in the leader and make a fight for the last 2 laps?
The time that I lost, honestly, is what I needed. I think I lost at least 2 seconds when the 27 went around. And if I had that 2 seconds, I would have had him at the line or right before the line coming to the finish.
All right. Well, is there anyone you would give your shout outs to for P2 tonight? You ran a strong race.
Yeah, Precision Speed Solutions. Great setups, great guys. If you just set up, head over to there. How to Let Designs for their great paint schemes every week. And rest of the guys back at Fast Lane Motorsports.
All right. Thank you. Andrew, and celebrate your P2, and you'll get them next week.
Yes, sir.
Andrew Allen coming away second spot tonight, third spot. Surprisingly goes to the one car that had an up and down night and actually is going to the hauler after this, Gavin Henson. So let's start with the positive. How did you find yourself on the podium?
I don't know. I just stopped making mistakes, I guess. That's how I got there. I don't know. Things worked out so that I could get to the front or to third. I was nowhere near a third place driver tonight. This track sucks. This car sucks. That's all I got to say on that.
Do want to ask you real quickly about the incident under caution with Winkfield. I believe you said a screen failure. What happened from your perspective?
Well, my computer was worked on a few days ago, and I'm still trying to mess with my settings and stuff, and my frames were dropping really low. And coming around on turn 2, the oval turn 2, I didn't see anybody in front of me. I glanced up and looked at my FPS, see where it was at, and next thing I know, when I look down, the whole pack is pacing. So it was a mistake. I was looking elsewhere, but I didn't know where they were at, and I don't believe it was said over the radio where the pack was, where the pace car was, and my overlays for track map, they aren't working correctly right at the moment, so I didn't know where anybody was at. It was an honest mistake.
So on a different note then, how many more starts do you have planned for this season? And depending on your next starts, what's the approach for the rest of the season?
Oh, I hope to run the next 4 weeks if I can. But I can't really predict the future, what I'll be doing on my Friday night. But if I am able to race, I want to, try to win. Got to put myself in a good spot to win, make some noise here. Even though I'm not in the playoffs or any kind of championship contention, it'll be good to at least compete, in this crappy car. So we'll see. But I do plan to run the next 4 weeks, so we'll see.
Any shout you'd like to give here tonight?
I'd like to shout out my team, Waterforce Racing with Brad and Christian. Christian really deserved the top 3. He had a penalty there at the end, so good run from him, good run from Brad. We're all up around the top 6, so good run. And shout out to you guys, the broadcast work you guys do. It's a good job. And I don't know if I look forward to watching the replay of this race, as bad as it went for me. So, but anyway, it's good run, I guess. We'll try to get back at it next week.
Congratulations on the run here tonight, Gavin, for the finishing result.
Thank you.
Gavin Henson rounds out your top 3. I'd like to thank the entire top 3 for speaking with us during post-race coverage here on Precision Production Network. Jacob, what are your final thoughts tonight as we get ready for a duel at Kansas next?
Well, I'll say it was quite the Wreckfest race tonight. And with a couple of races coming up, like Kansas, Talladega, and Martinsville, it's going to be another diverse round just like this round. So catch us here on Ballin TV or Precision Speed Network. And it's going to be a great next round. I can already tell you're going to do a great job in the booth, Justin. And as always, Martinsville is going to be one of those races that we're probably going to have a thriller for the cutoff.
That'll be September 19th, 8 p.m. start time once again for the coverage. Be sure to tune in on the Precision Production Network. On that note, though, it's time to say goodbye. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in for tonight's coverage here from Concord, North Carolina. For Jacob Quill and DJ Lyon, I'm Justin Prince saying so long. Enjoy the rest of your evening. You've been watching coverage of the Mystic Racing League and the Octane Outlaws Cup Series. It's playoffs. Now see drivers down to the 8. We'll review those 8 once we get things rolling next time out from Kansas.